Hey guys, it's T with Doujin Drops. I'm here joined by my host over here.
Oh, and I'm Jay, and hello everybody.
Yeah. And we're trying to get back on schedule now, yeah. Because if you didn't know, tropical storms are a bitch. That especially when they turn to hurricanes.
Oh yes, that's actually no joke. I know people just stopped going to work. Like, everything pretty much shuts down, and the worst part is when you go to the grocery store to buy simple items, like people
Like
just hoard them, and
I
I
know.
hate that. Like I know the other night I wanted to go to Walmart get some chips. There was no chips. People just took them all. I mean, there were chips, but it's like the ones nobody likes.
What about bread and like what is it? Bread
Oh
and
no,
ham and
there
cheese.
was no, there was bread, there was ham. Not the ones that you put like on bread. I'm talking about like whole hams that you actually have to cook in the
Oh,
oven.
okay.
Yeah, but what was gone was like bottled waters, like I know ramen, like
So you're
well instant ramen,
basically you're
like
like this shit. You're
chips.
like this shit again. God damn it,
Yeah,
right?
milk, eggs, all that stuff.
No, the worst part is, man. Sometimes, well, actually, a lot of times where we live, when it fucking rains heavy as shit, like almost to the point where it's damn near a monsoon at this point. Fucking workers are like, "What rain? You know, what rain, man? I don't see no rain." Like, brah, you do not see this. You know?
Oh no. Apart from that, what I hate is then you're wherever you work for, they want you to come into work.
Oh, now
And
we want you here now.
yeah, and like I had to wake up because me and my, I guess you could say, stepdad, we work in the same place. So I had to wake up because he actually wanted to go to work, even though it was just pouring hell. We get to work, and they're like, "All right, well, I guess we're ready to start work." And I'm like, "Dude, it's raining outside. I'm not going outside to do any fucking work at all." They're like, yes, you're right. Well, I guess just go hang out in that little shed, and we'll call you if we need you. All right, I'm thinking, okay, it's an easy day. Then 2 hours later, yeah, y'all can go home now. I'm
And you're
like,
like,
bruh.
bruh. Dude, see, mine is kind of the complete opposite of that. I still had to work the entire day, but apparently people around here, they're scared of water. They're like, oh, they think, oh no, water, my only weakness, I'm melting. No, I'm melting. Because when I came in, I saw my manager, I was like, what's up? I walked in, it was like, I went to my car early as hell in the morning, and I was like, huh, oh, it's raining. It's raining kind of hard. I hear it. On the roof. Go out there. I was like, okay, it's not that so bad. Walk out there with my raincoat and my umbrella. Bro, it was like Forrest Gump all over again. It was raining sideways. We even get a big old fat rain. And you're like, bruh. It's like, sometimes rain coming underneath us. Like, it's so much rain. I got there. I was dry. I was semi-dry. But then I was like, where the hell is everyone? There were people there where I was working. But I asked the manager, hey, what's going on? They're like, oh yeah, a lot of people called in or just can't come in. I'm like, the fuck? I'm here. Fuck you talking about?
No. That's not unique to your situation, because in my workplace there actually was a lot of people that missed. I know in my little group, sorry, I know in my group, I'm like part of a group of 5 people, and only 3 of us showed up, so just 2 were missing. And I know for my stepdad's group, I think 3 of them were missing, so it was just 2 of them, and I'm like, damn. I know my supervisor didn't even show up.
Oh man. Well, that basically explains like what we're going through, boys. Is like, we're dealing with heavy ass rains that our state is not really, our statesmen are not really used to, or everyone is not used to, be honest, even on the roads. My god. Yeah, people read Tokyo drifting on the roads. I literally saw someone Tokyo drift on the roads. I'm like, kind of looked at him like, hey man, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. Like, because he Tokyo drifted, pulled off to the side and stopped. And I kind of pulled up right next to him, be like, hey man, are you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, oh, okay. And I just drove past him and, just went out to work. But yeah, basically everyone, that's what's been keeping us while, work and, random lame ass weather that happens out of the blue. But yeah, so with that out of the way, to explain our MIA status or, for the second time. We're back. We're still back though. Is that we are going to discuss, some
We're
of
gonna
the
probably discuss one of the most, I wouldn't say taboo, more like one of the most divisive issues.
JJJ.
Like
we
in
talk
the
about
anime
porn
community.
on this we talk about porn on this podcast. I think at this point we can say some ludicrous stuff at this point. So we're gonna bash on your shows, guys, on your anime shows where there are best girls in bad animes, or even like
pretty much
mediocre
best
animes.
girls stuck in bad animes.
Or just best girls stuck in animes where they're carrying the show, basically. Like, for example, go ahead, Jay. Give us your take.
Well, I mean, a good example would be Gabriel Dropout with Satania.
Oh my god. Oh, Satania, no, please, no, not her. Well, if you think about it, with Satania, like she kind of like her name, how she looks, and everything about her personality, everything about her character just popped at you. Like you can remember her. While the Angel Girl, you just like legit forgot about her. Yeah, no, dude, that's the thing. I legit forgot about her name. Like I just thought about her as Angel Girl. I just did not associate a name.
Well, I
with
mean, the anime did came out a long time ago, so
no, it's not even that.
You're forgiven for making those, being forgetful about it.
No, it's not even that. Even the other characters are kind of like forgettable too. Sure, they add on to the fun, but like they're not as standout as Centania, Yeah. And not even that. Centania's in a shit ton of memes, lewds, and just everything. So like,
yeah, Doujins too.
She's like the mascot, my man's.
Yep, but she's relegated to just, secondary character that just gets the shit end of the stick all the time.
Yeah, which kind of gets like old over time because you want a bone thrown at them, but characters like the authors like to do that shit.
No, that's the stick. Is no, we're just not gonna throw a bone at them. I mean, I'm sure they do have to every now and then, just not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not often enough to be for people to be satisfied. What would be another anime that you can think of at the top of your head where it's just best girl stuck in bad anime?
So you watch this anime too, and you can kind of agree. It's actually two best girls stuck in. Well, I would not say this anime was bad because season 2 made it even better. Okay, right? And they even offered in another best girl in season 2. However, they made the show shorter, which is like big lame. Okay, it's basically, and you can agree on this, Dagashi.
You mean Dagashi?
Dagashi, basically. Because like
okay, I think what makes that one unique is that I think almost every girl in there was best girl. It's just the MC was just kind of insufferable a lot of the times.
Dude, even the what is it? So there's Saya, right? So you know how it's basically best girl and then the best girl, right? But I think of them all as best girls because Hotu, right, the main purple haired chick, right, big tatas, and thick, thick and all that, right? She like her personality and like she just stood out, right? And then her character design stood out too, right? Then after that, Saya, right? The Kokonotsu's like the main MC's like childhood friend, right? She got the she obviously has a crush on him, right? But he's all like herper derp my Mongol, right? He's always like that, or he's just oblivious, usual retard like MC.
Which for me is kind of surprising because you would think that he would have at least a common sense of thinking, well, I do live in a very, very remote and small village. There aren't that many, girls that I have an opportunity to meet.
Yeah, and I hang out with this girl since like I was little, so maybe there's something, right? Like nah, this man just
no, it's not just that. Like a big titty goth-looking chick just came into my shop and demanded that I be her boyfriend. Why would I say no?
Well, I mean, like, you can't always grab, like, every opportunity. It might be a little sus, Jay, but...
It can be sus, but I mean, it's just they live in a small town. I mean, dude, we live in a small area. There aren't that many opportunities.
Look, Jay, it's just, like, he had Hotaru, the purple-haired, like, big teddy candy CEO girl, right? Then she had his childhood friend Saya, right? Who's not as well endowed, right? But still, her personality, dude, just her personality just kind of like outshined Hotaru's, you know? Then after that, season 2, which was lame because, they shortened it to 12 minutes. I think it was 12 fucking minutes. Is they only added an anime only character. I think it was Hajime, right? It was a college student that stayed with them. And
okay, I don't remember watching the second season, so I feel like you might be more knowledgeable about this.
Look, second season, you have a college student, right, who's broke and all that, and she's like 20, 21, comes to stay at Kokonotsu's place, right? Works there in exchange to live there, right? I guess she works there for free in exchange to living there. She does, right? And they have a lot of sexy encounters, right? And she's actually very smart, and like she adds more to the plot because like in the first season, right, the main people you follow is Kokonotsu, the main MC, Hotaru, the purple hair chick, Saya, the childhood friend, and then Saya's brother, right, the sunglasses dude, right, who kind of has more personality than the MC, to be honest. And the MC's dad, right? That's 5 people, right, in general. But that's kind of all you see the entire season 1. Season 2 bumps it up by adding more action, by adding Hotaru's brother, and then the anime only character, which I'm like, dude, this is fucking amazing. They should have kept on going on, but they didn't. And like you kind of have all these best girls, kind of like, they weren't given justice. They weren't given justice, and that saddens me. So, anyways, Jay, like, the manga is done for Takahashi. And
you read it?
No, I didn't finish it, but it's done. Because I'm work and, adulting, right? But it's finished. And I was like, oh shit, it's finished, right? But then I was like, wait a minute. It's done? And I'm thinking, but the thing is, like, here's the thing though, is like, I read, very, very deep into the manga, right? But like, there's barely any romantic progression with the main MC.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why I didn't really like Takahashi. It's just the MC made it not enjoyable to watch. I mean, I understand that he's a prepubescent boy and he has big ambitions, big dreams. But when you get a whirlwind, you could say a whirlwind of girls just coming to your life, and you don't do really anything about it. It's kind of weird, It's just for me.
It's almost like, I guess you could say, let me think here. Well, if you think about it, you could also say that. Well, I wouldn't say they were best girls per se, right? But they do suffer from the syndrome too. It's kind of like in Goblin Slayer. If you think about it, everyone and their mama was basically kind of like throwing their titties at Sir Goblin Slayers, right? Or lack of titties in the elf sense, right? but think about it, Jay. Think about it. You have his childhood friend, the
cowgirl.
Very thick cowgirl, right?
Yes.
Just fawning over him, or like just obvious signs that she likes him. He's all like, gobbies, oh, and I'm all like, my man's, there has to be more to life to gobbies. Right? And like,
the thing I didn't like about Goblin Slayer is that it's set up. It tried to set itself up to be a really dark, gruesome adventure anime, and pretty much just get like all of that expectation just gets thrown out. At the beginning of the second episode.
Look,
because
it does get it does get darker, Jay, in the
No, I know it gets darker, but like
I cut a lot of it out in the anime.
Well, what I assumed it was gonna be more like Goblin. Like, okay, there's a manga, spin-off manga. Like, for some reason, Goblin Slayer has a lot of spin-off mangas.
Mm-hmm.
They even have a spin-off manga, or I'm not too sure if it's a spin-off manga or a light novel that just does not feature him at all, and it features just a completely set of new characters that are unrelated to the regular Goblin Slayer world, I guess you could say. What I don't like, I thought Goblin Slayer was going to be more like the spin-off series Goblin Slayer Year 1, where it's just about him and his adventures, killing goblins. not, what we got in Goblin Slayer was more like him and his companions having random adventures. Well, not really random. It still involves goblins. It's just, it's just not what I expected it to be.
But it's just that look. In the anime, of course, right? They had to tone things down, right? I mean, think about it. The world could barely handle the first episode. They apparently they just their minds broke because of that first episode, right? But the thing is, in the light novels, right, or in the mangas, actually, the thing is like they had like the second cave, I think they went to, right, in the anime, right? There was a group of adventurers that went in there first, okay?
Yes.
However, they perished. But the thing is, like, they weren't like novices or anything. They were all up there. I can't think of their rank, silver. Or I can't think of their rank. I don't know. But they were like, they weren't noobs. Okay, they went there to get some stuff, like to I guess for a quest. And as they were going out, the thief, I guess, like tripped over like a trap, and alerted the goblins, and they got captured. And it was horrible because like they had a knight, a thief, a mage, and I think a warrior, right? The thing is, kind of like in that story, which they don't show you in the anime because it's too gory, is the archer or the thief, I think, they use her as as a live training target. And then after that, the warrior, I think, was used as or was it the mage? Warrior mage was used as just a onaho. It's like a onaho for all the freaking goblins. Then another one was like, no. I think it was the mage that was the onaho, and the warrior was like spear practice. Like they're just stabbing the hell out of her, But anyways, just some gruesome shit, right? Gruesome shit. They all suffered and died, of course. But they couldn't show that stuff in the anime because the world can't handle it. They can't handle what's inside. But
I'm still a little conflicted about the best girls being in bad anime about that, because I still enjoyed Goblin Slayer, even though this guy just has no romantic interest in them at all. I mean,
of course I see that.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't really watch that for the romance. I watch it more for the action, which there aren't really that many good action anime out right now at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's enjoyable to watch, and like I said, that spin-off manga Goblin Slayer Year 1, that's really what I thought the anime was going to be, or the original story.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, kind of disappointed me a bit, but I mean, I still enjoy watching it.
But think about it, Jay. Like, another girl that showed interest in Goblin Slayer is the guild girl, right? She even, you could obviously tell by the first episode she likes him, right? And then, or just like the episode, just them interacting. But the thing is, like, later on, in the manga, I'm not sure if it's in the anime or not. Is it? Anyways, so in the manga, basically, what is it? She invites him out to like a festival, right? And he's like, sure, I'll go. Is it gobbies? You're like, my man's, right? You're like, there has to be more life than gobbies, right? But gobby Slayer, right? So
it goes back to what you keep pretty much bullying me about. It goes back to his childhood trauma.
But yeah, that's the thing though, is that with before they went to the festival, I guess she wanted him to accompany her, like, to, like, I guess she's trying to fire someone from the guild. This little midget looking guy, right? He basically has all this fancy gear, but like his like companions kind of perished or like did all the hard work, and he just like took the shit after all their hard work. So she I guess someone snitched on him, and then she kind of like just fired him from the guild, right? Just like, you're no longer part of the guild, right? Please turn in your badge, blah 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 blah. But he got salty about that. So this conniving little hoe, while they're at the festival, when she was trying to enjoy her romantic time with Gobby Slayer, Gobby's all like, gobbies. Little conniving little hoe comes out and tries to shank guild girl, but Gobby Slayer's there and he defends her, right? And that's nice. But he just has minds on gobbies all the time, So there's guild girl, there's cow girl, there's elf girl. What about that wizard girl? I think. Do you think she has the hots for him?
You're talking about the one that talks funny?
The one that talks like in pauses, yeah.
I don't think she does.
Dude, all I know is that like a lot of like a good number of chicks wants him, but you know, like you said, it's not a romance anime, of course, right?
Yeah,
but like,
and
what
I like is and what I like is that not every female throws himself at it at him like other anime like I think a really bad example would be Nisekoi. Like it's just for some reason every girl just threw himself at this man for no reason.
The man is bad. He's bad MC though. That man was just horrible. You know, we just
God. Like what I don't understand is I don't really understand the logic in that anime because so if you're a girl and you see this guy get surrounded by other women, for some reason in the anime world that's attractive to them and they just like, you know what, I'm curious about him. Why are all these women, why are all these girls just falling for this guy?
Why are all these womans?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you get like a short screen time or a short scene with the main MC, and then all of a sudden you're in love with him, and I'm like, but he has like other girls just fawning over him. Like, are you really confident that you're gonna be the one to successfully put a leash on him?
Yeah, especially when the yellow-haired chick has like the plot armor of the world. Like I like the bodyguard, but like the bodyguard kind of. She just does not have the plot armor on her side. She just basically has, why won't he like me? And he's all like, herp derp. Oh, why do you like me? Doi.
Well, no, and it's also, that her childhood, like, I know the main MC actually has a crush on his childhood friend, and his childhood friend has a crush on him back. It's just they're too embarrassed to fucking just say it.
I know, see, it's that bullshit that stops the progress. I'm like, oh my god,
I mean, they get like character development, but it's just the yellow hair chick is the one that keeps kind of getting in the way, and it just sucks because there's a lot of like best girls in there, and it's like I said, they just get stuck in a bad anime.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, was there another anime you're thinking of? I'm trying to think of another one. No, it's not the one that you're thinking of right now that we're going to end it with. But it's something else. There was another anime.
There's a lot of anime that just do their best girls like injustice, either by lack of screen time or just no attention from the main MC.
No,
they
because
just
like
keep getting cucked.
No, because like there's another one. It's similar to Nisekoi that there's also some cucking, like hardcore, but like I can't think of it right now. I just had it. Man, I feel like I have like Alzheimer's. Ooh. Hold on. Not Dragon Maid, because Dragon Maid there's not necessarily any like everyone like they already got their nut, to be honest, at this point, in Dragon Maid. What is it? Help me out here, Jay. Come on, man.
Well, I was thinking you were still trying to think of your anime that you apparently don't remember. Well, I mean, I guess another one that can come from the top of my mind would be. Damn, now I have the same problem you have, but I wouldn't necessarily say the Oresuki anime was terrible.
No, that's it right there. That's it.
Oresuki?
Fuck yeah. Think about it, man. Think about it.
How is that? Like, I actually like the MC in there.
Wait,
like
wait, which one are we talking about here? We're talking about the we're talking about the incest one, or we're talking about the other one?
Okay, the oh my god. Okay, wait. You made the same mistake that I did on the episode 1. No, the incest one is Oreimo.
Oh. God damn it, Jay! Look, that's kind of done to me.
And that,
why has he tainted me?
Yeah, in that anime, I do agree. With it has a really bad case of best girl stuck in a bad anime, because I really like the Ruri, the fucking Neko chick, the one that thought she was like a demon black cat.
Yeah.
But he chose his sister, and I was like, oh no, that's bad. And and Oresuki is the one where that one guy fell in love with the class president in his childhood friend, but they both liked his friend.
They basically both
and he's just like
them. He's like, man, fuck
and that's the thing I liked about it. I mean, I know we keep mentioning that anime in the show, but it's just, for me, it was just that different. It was like a breath of fresh air, because that MC was just like, man, fuck these bitches. Fuck
like he actually acted like a normal person would. He's like, the fuck is this? Did I just get cucked by both of these girls? And they're trying to say, hey, can you help me cuck you with your best friend? You're like, no, I'm not.
The thing about it is, like, what I find funny is that he also didn't really do it with the best intentions. Like, he pretty much just had a whole fake personality just so he can try to get with his
but
the what was it, the class president and his childhood best friend. And when he found out it didn't work, he just got pissed. So it's
he kind of deserve it, I guess.
Yeah, he kind of did in a way, but I mean, he acted normally, which for me is like very respectful, and that's the reason why I liked him. And he ended up really winning the lottery, because the hottest girl in school ended up falling in love with him.
I know, but at the same time, at the end of the season 1, they basically all the girls got jelly of her and booted her out of the school. I'm like, damn, that's some crab ass shit right there. My lord, it's like,
oh yeah. The ending was like a big crab rave. I know
it was a crab rave. It's like under the sea.
That was just bad. Like at the end,
but that's the thing though.
Actually, it actually made me rage. It reminded me of the other anime that actually
I love Amelia.
Yeah, fucking ReZero.
He's like, tell me.
It didn't really, like, in Oresuki, it didn't really end in an I love Amelia way. Like, he finally admitted to actually liking
Pansy.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Pansy.
Something like
that. I forgot her name too. Yeah. But for some reason he left it up for a vote. Like, hey, I'm gonna let these two chicks that for some reason are now into me vote whether I should actually, go out with this girl or not. And
they're just into us because
crabs.
of spite. They're just into it because of spite. They're crabs. Like, oh my god.
I don't even think they were into him out of spite. Like, towards the end, they actually genuinely started, like, falling in love with him. It's just, they used him. And he's like, fuck these bitches.
Yeah, he's like, fuck these bitches. It's like, no, sirree.
But for some reason, he was just that confident that they were all gonna vote. Well, look, towards the end of the anime, or was it the manga? I actually can't remember. But this is actually where I left off. Like, it just pissed me off so much, I just stopped reading it. I know, in the end, another guy came in, and it's the guy that Pansy hated the most in the world. It was this, like, Chad-looking motherfucker that also had a fake personality. He was just... He's the type of guy to kill people with kindness and use that kindness against other people. And Pansy noticed that, and that's the reason why she loaded this man. And but that man was just so obsessed with her that she just, you know what? I'm just gonna change my appearance. I'm just gonna make myself look ugly so this motherfucker can stop stalking and harassing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he finally came back, for some reason, the fucking MC was like, you know what? I'm gonna put up a vote. I'm gonna let these two girls that cucked me in the beginning of the anime and for some reason now like me vote whether I should go out with this girl or not.
What?
And surprisingly, they all, to the shock of no one, they all voted no.
Yeah, but the thing is, we saw it coming. Why did you do that? Why are you so dumb? What you came, man? You're on my side. You're like, no, man, they're not on your side.
Well, he genuinely thought they were just, since they were friends, they were going to vote for him.
Oh, man.
Going out with Pansy, but, they're crabs. It's like a big crab race.
He should already know, Anime Girl 101, they're crabs.
Yeah.
That's it. But, I guess he just doesn't know. You would think his...
By the way, we keep mentioning crabs. For those that are kind of out of the loop, that's for us are pretty much just hoe-ass motherfuckers. We got it from a very famous episode of the Boondocks.
Just imagine this: crabs are basically they don't let other crabs make it. They pull you down when you're trying to make it.
Yep.
They don't want to see you succeed.
If I'm gonna die, we all gonna die.
It's almost like Julian from
that's the crab mentality.
For the Madagascar series, he's like, you have to succeed. No, Maurice, I do not want to succeed. Like, yeah, it's just that was
it just goes. Let's just wrap it up with the last.
So the last one, actually, the one that Jay's talking about is Komi-san. Now, there are some spoilers, boys. I'm sorry, but it has to be done. But in the Komi-san anime, like, Komi-san can't communicate. We already know.
Well, in the manga, because the anime still isn't out.
Yeah. It's, anime is going to be out in October. But the visuals are fucking nice. Anyways, in the manga, which is well far off, there is Komi-san, of course. Komi-san can't communicate. It's Komi-san and the main dude, right? Then after that, they have the main dude's, like, fuck, was it his sister? I think it's his sister. The sister looks almost exactly like her, I think. And then after that, he has a rival. The rival is this Gyaru-looking girl, or, like, this Yankee-looking girl, tan skin, blonde hair, right? And she's basically the rival of Komi-san. But I'm like, why would you do that? Now, she's not necessarily best girl, but at the same time, she's not worse. She's not bad girl, But they cucked her because you're basically going up against a behemoth, and you're this tiny thing against, like, Komi-san. Like, you have, like, the most overwhelming support known to man.
It's kind of weird that they had a love triangle in an anime who the main female character is named after.
I know, it's on the fucking cover of the manga. I'm like, why would you? You're just setting her up. No, I think he only did that. The author did that. He or her did that because it's just, everyone loves drama, right? So they add drama, even if it's, just shitty drama. Drama's drama, right? But to keep shit interesting, I guess. But at the same time, I'm like, why would you do this to her? Like, she's not gonna win. She doesn't have a fighting chance. What the hell is her name? Hold on, and look it up because I forgot her name. It's something Manbaki. That's her name. But it's just that, like, my God, I just feel sorry for her. And then there's also, like, Komi-san's mom, who's kind of who's a MILF. She's But yeah. There's Komi-san's mom.
That was a little too sensual for my taste, man.
Hey, man, this is some good apple pie here, man. This is some good oh my God, it's some good old American apple pie here. It's some good shit.
I know. Since you actually read the manga, because I think I only read the first chapter, and then the anime got announced. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for the anime to come out. I know you mentioned that Komi-san's mom actually gets, like, good character development.
Yeah, she gets really good character. Like, to be honest, man. At this point, Komi-san's mom is, like, second best girl. Like, she's almost rivaling Komi-san. Like, if Komi-san's mom was, like, a single mom, right? I mean, I'm basically like Kakiwin. I'm like, basically at this point, I'm like, yes. I'm telling you, Jay. Like, once you, I mean, like, I'm not sure if they're gonna show her in the anime or not. They probably should. They probably will.
Well, I just hope she gets the same treatment that Uzaki-chan's mom got.
Yeah.
Because Uzaki, like, the thing about Uzaki-chan's mom is she was just there, in the anime.
Yeah, she was more there. It was more like she was just there for misunderstandings, but, like, like you said, she was just there. But you're gonna like Komi-san's mom's personality. It's like, it just blasts everything away. And Komi-san's mom is outgoing, right? But at the same time, back in her flashbacks, she is as shy as Komi-san too, right? And I guess the dude's also the dad or would-be husband is also kind of, it's very some vanilla wholesome shit. And I'm like, this is nice. But at the end of the day, boys, Manbaki kind of gets cucked later on, and it's pretty bad. And for you guys who's watching the anime, right, this is spoilers too, but this is more for your best interest. T's trying to protect you right now. Is that in the manga, it takes a long fucking while for that romance to pick up, in my opinion, or when I was reading.
Oh, don't tell me it's as bad as fucking Kaguya-sama Love is War, because they just milked the shit out of that.
No. See, in Kaguya-sama Love is War, at least, there was romance there, right? But they kept on doing, like, moving, like, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, right? All the damn time, right? In Komi-san is more like, she's, like, learning, like, getting friends, and, they're just, it's kind of like a slice of life type of shit first. And then as it progresses, then there's romance. Or they throw in, like, small bits of romance in there, but it's nothing strong. Hey, but there is one thing, though. these fucking degenerates do fucking hold hands, Jay. And it's my...
That's no. We're gonna have to delete that part, man. That's too much for this podcast.
It's too much, man. It's too much. They
Nope,
can't
nope,
handle
nope,
it, man.
Nope. That's what I'm drawing the line there, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to stop you.
It's some
You're a
nasty
fucking
shit,
monster.
huh?
You're a fucking monster. Man. You need to stop.
You know. Would you say it's nastier than like what our friend would say about certain like feet fetish people?
I'm gonna say it's just as bad as that, man. Think about it. Hands are just feet, but up there, you know.
Yeah, you're right. But anyways, boys, well, I think that wraps it up, right, Jay?
Yeah, that wraps up this, I guess, poorly constructed episode of Doujin Draws. We were pretty much just talking out of our ass.
Yeah, don't worry though. We're gonna come up with something better for you guys. We promise. We'll maybe snort some like Kool-Aid packets and chuck some Red Bull and go ham.
Yep, yeah. I mean, I don't know about the Kool-Aid pack thing, but I know I can chug a lot of Red Bulls. Who knows, man? I mean, I feel like maybe next time if we're just going to be talking out of our ass, we should just make it a drunk stream. Well, not really a stream, you know, a drunk podcast.
Okay, we could do that. All right, everybody, that's it. This is T.
And this is Jay. We're signing off.
See ya.